Good morning, Year 3, and welcome to today's reading lesson. So, we finished Escape from Pompeii yesterday, but for the rest of this week, since we are doing volcanoes for our English topic, it's helpful if we continue to keep reading about volcanoes for 2 more days. So, we're going to go back to looking at non-fiction texts and answering retrieval questions. So, really good practice for us. Okay, yesterday, right at the end of the book, we saw Livy and Tranio, and they stood on the ground where Pompeii was, and they laid flowers, and it was this picture here. And what we're going to look at today is why the soil and the ground around a volcano is so special, and it is super special. And that's our text. But before we do that, as always, let's do our tricky words. At risk. So at risk means that something bad might happen. So this person is at risk of falling. Something bad might happen. At risk. Soil. So if you go outside and you start digging, you'll get to see soil. And there are good types of soil that plants can grow in, and there are more dry types of soil or more clay types of soil that things struggle to grow in. Soil. Nutrients. So nutrients are what living things need to grow, and we need foods. And the best possible foods are the ones in the picture here, things like fruits and vegetables, and because we know that they keep us the healthiest. Nutrients. Farming. So farming is a word that is used for people growing crops or people looking after animals, and farming, that's the word in general. A farmer is a person who does that. Farming. Agriculture. It means the exact same thing as farming. So agriculture is the growing of plants and the looking after of animals as well. Iron. So we looked at iron way back when we did the Mighty Metals topic in September. So as you remember, iron is a type of metal, but it's also present in our food. And you might remember we did the cereal experiment where you put the little magnet and you saw whether the Cheerio went across the bowl. If you have time, you can have a look at doing that experiment again perhaps. But yeah, iron in our foods, and it keeps us healthy. Iron. Crops. Crops are plants that people sell, usually vegetables. They grow and they sell them on. Crops. Income. A person's income is how much they get paid for what they work. So I work as a teacher and I get an income. The Prime Minister gets an income for what he does. Income. Okay, I'm going to attach this text to your assignment as well, but I'm going to read it to you now, just so it's a little bit easier for you to understand. What is volcanic soil and why is it so special? You may have always wondered why people live next to active volcanoes if they know they will erupt one day. It's crazy! They are putting their lives at risk. The reason they do it is because the soil around volcanoes is so special, people say it's worth the risk of being hurt by a volcanic eruption. When a volcano erupts, magma and ash come out of the volcano and onto the soil outside. This magma, which is known as lava outside the volcano, and ash is full of different nutrients which help farming and agriculture. They also contain iron, which helps plants grow and stay healthy. When a volcano erupts, this ash and lava mixes with the normal soil around the volcano and makes it into this special volcanic soil, which is known as andisols. So the reason many people live near a volcano? It's so they can grow healthy crops on the fertile soil around the volcano. For many farmers, growing plants and selling them to supermarkets is a big part of their income, and the better the soil, the better the plants, and the more money the farmer will earn.